Hello, hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Woman to Woman with Joanne. I am so excited to share my guest with you on today, my beautiful friend Meshia Edwards of Community First Real Estate. She is the owner and broker of her company, Community First Real Estate. So y'all help me welcome Miss Meshia Edwards. Hello, you guys, and thank y'all for joining us for another episode of Woman to Woman with Joanne. I am so excited to be sitting here with my wonderful friend, Miss Meshia Edwards of Community First Real Estate. So y'all help me welcome Meshia.
Thank you, girl.
Thank you for being here and just being willing to come and share your story with us and your journey from where we first met, Mississippi Department of Corrections, to now owning your own business.
Yes.
And I remember us working at the Department of Corrections and what was reentry program.
Right.
And I remember you telling me how you were going to go into real estate and you were going to work under somebody for 2 years and then you were going to own your own. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching all of this come to pass and I'm like, you better go, girl.
Can't do nothing but give God glory because it was only a vision.
Yes.
No absolute direction, didn't know how to get started, didn't know anything. So all I knew is I had a vision.
Yes.
And everything starts with a vision.
Yes.
And when you can see it here, you can make it happen.
Yes.
And that's where I saw it first.
Awesome.
So I did just what I told you I would do.
Yes, you did.
I got in real estate. I passed the exam on the first try. That was a testimony within itself. Got in real estate and I went to work for a small brokerage in Ridgeland, Mississippi, under Miss Carla Palmer Allen. She gave me my first start and I'm forever grateful for her. I worked with her a couple years and then I went to work for Century 21 Moselle in Madison. I worked with them a few years. I came in with a 5-year plan. I wanted to get out there, get a feel for what it was like to be within this industry and not only get in it to make money, but get in it to make an impact in the lives of people.
Yes.
So there stemmed the name for my company, Community First Real Estate.
Yes.
So that's how I started and that's where my name actually came from.
Helping the community, because that was one of my questions, like where did you get the name Community First?
That's
But
exactly.
just putting the community first and you know, making sure that they understand how important they are, that it's not just about buying a home or selling a home.
Right.
But
it's about serving people.
Yes.
It's about serving people. So many people have the mentality, I'm going to get in real estate to make this quick money. There's nothing quick about the money in real estate. You spend a lot of money in real estate, you make money in real estate, but ultimately it's about changing lives, helping people realize that home ownership is possible.
Yes.
I was one of those people that didn't think it was possible. So
Come on.
Oh God. So I know what it's like not to know about buying a house or even how it feels to be a homeowner.
Yes.
So for me to jump on the other side of the spectrum and become one that assists people in this dream,
Yes.
that's a dream come true for me within itself.
Yes.
So that's why I am in real estate today.
Wow.
It's because I want to impact the community.
Right.
I didn't come into it saying, I want to make quick money. That wasn't the goal. So I'm living my dream every day.
Woo. That is just amazing.
I didn't mean to cry.
It's all right, girl. It's all right, because when you are truly walking in your purpose and doing what God has called you to do, it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like you get to get up and have fun every day.
You get to get up and have fun every day, but there are some stressful moments in real estate. There's definitely stress attached to it, but the good definitely outweighs the bad.
That is
to
amazing.
stand in a closing room with a buyer that didn't think it was possible. One thing that stands out to me in a huge way, is a lady that came to me. She had never owned a home, and she was an elderly lady. And so she was like, no, I don't want to buy a house because, you know, I know I can't qualify and all of these things why she couldn't buy. Well, I sat down and I said, come to my office and let's sit down and talk. Right. And we sat down and we talked, and she said, you really think I can buy a house? And I said, I know you can. I said, so these are the things we're gonna do. She did exactly what I asked her to do. And I wanna say 3 months later, she was closing on her very first home.
Wow.
And she's still living in it today.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing, because, you know, there are a lot of people who feel like, I just don't qualify.
Right.
I don't have this, I don't have that, so I won't even try. I'll just rent forever and ever and ever. And it paying off like other people's houses.
Mortgages. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And, you know, home ownership is a beautiful thing. It really is.
Yes.
And so I wouldn't take anything from it. In today's market, it's better than renting anyway, because the interest rates are extremely low and the mortgage payments are way lower than a rental payment would be. So in today's market, it's better to own a home anyway.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
So y'all hear that, it's better to own. With the few minutes we have left in this segment, we jumped into it, girl. We got right into it, but tell me.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's beautiful, beautiful. Talk to us and tell us where you were born and raised in this beautiful state of Mississippi, because we want to know.
I was born in Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Awesome.
And we moved to Jackson when I was in the 5th grade. And so it's funny because I recently ran across my home that I was raised up in Jackson on the MLS, which is the site people use to search for a home, and it's for sale.
Wow.
And so that just brought back so many memories for me. So I was raised behind Jackson State University on Morehouse Avenue. We call it the Dishon.
The Dishon.
Yes. And so that's part of my background, and I'm very proud of it because it made me who I am today.
Yes.
Yes.
I was strolling on Facebook and I saw, and I was like, I put up and I was like, so are you gonna buy it? Are you gonna buy it?
You know what? That's the plan today. Actually, when I leave here, I'm going to look at it to see what condition it's in.
Yeah.
So if it's not in too bad of a shape, that may be possible. But if it's too much, then, you know, some things you have to use wisdom and just walk away from.
Exactly.
So I'll forever have those memories, even if I don't purchase the property.
Yes. And that was just beautiful to read what you wrote, and I would love to, if we got time, just hear that, because it was like, here in this house, it was just beautiful. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. It was beautiful.
Yes, and there are so many things in that that happened in that house. You know, good things, bad things. It created me who I am today. And, and you know, when I say that, it created me. Meshia Edwards.
That's right.
Who I am today. It taught me how to respect others, you know, being there. It taught me to respect humble beginnings.
Yes.
It taught me not to frown on other people. It taught me not how to be jealous of other people because they have more. It just set the foundation for who I am. And it prepared me for greater.
Yes.
And so now, as I'm living my life as an adult, I'm grateful for where I am now, because I do realize where I could be.
Yes.
And so that's why I'm forever grateful for 1498 Morehouse Avenue.
Amen. Amen, girl. All right, you guys, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more Woman to Woman with Joanne.
During a public health crisis, it can be hard for those facing domestic abuse to know what to do. Being confined in the same space as an abuser can increase threats to safety, and leaving an abusive relationship during a crisis can be even more difficult than normal. You can help. Ask them how they want to connect and be creative. Be supportive and believe them. Help them think through how to stay safe. Following these tips, you can help victims of domestic violence stay safe during COVID-19.
I really didn't think that I was going to get this job, but I am so excited that I did. Let's celebrate, celebrate.
But what about the house?
I was so excited about getting the job. I didn't think about moving and trying to sell a house.
So how are we going to do all this?
Oh, sorry. I
heard y'all were trying to sell your home. Well, look, I know a great real estate company that not only puts a sign in your yard, but they'll also market your home.
Ma'am, we're here trying to celebrate my wife's new job.
Congratulations, girl. Well, look, like I was saying, this company even allows you to choose your own marketing. They can also help you purchase a new home.
Really?
Community First Real Estate. Oops, let me go. I see some people coming in and they love to talk and invade your privacy. Bye-bye.
Call now, Community First Real Estate, 601-956-6567.
Stephen James Foundation presents the 5th annual Old School Party with a Purpose. Saturday, May 29th at the Mississippi Trade Mart Center in Jackson. On the deck, it's DJ Kid Capri.
It's DJ in the lane.
And the legendary Goody Mob. Grab your old school gear and mask up. COVID guidelines strictly enforced. It's DJ Kid Capri and Goody Mob at the 5th annual Old School Party with a Purpose. Saturday, May 29th at the Mississippi Trade Mart Center in Jackson. Benefiting Stupid Community Services. Get tickets now at eventbrite.com.
Okay, you guys, we are back and we're still here with the lovely Miss Meshia Edwards. So, Meshia, talk to us. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Okay, gladly. Okay, so I have been married to the wonderful Alonzo Edwards for 23 years.
23 years.
Yes,
That's
on
awesome.
April 23rd, we celebrated our dating anniversary of 24 years.
Awesome.
So we've been together all of our adult life. We got married when we were 20. So anybody doing the math can kind of figure that out.
Yeah, no.
So, and with, we have 3 kids. My oldest son, Montario, he is 24. He's getting married soon.
Yay!
Yeah, so I'm gaining a daughter.
Of course.
My daughter is in nursing school, and she's 22.
Awesome.
And then I have my baby boy, and he's gonna hate to hear that.
Uh-oh.
He's AJ, also Alonzo Edwards Jr.
Yes.
He attends Mississippi Gulf Coast, and he's on scholarship, football scholarship.
Awesome.
So yeah, he's 19.
That's awesome.
So those are my 3, and my husband. That's my life.
Awesome. So, Meshia, talk with us about your journey through real estate, becoming a real estate agent. I know some people look at it and say, I'm going to be a real estate agent. I can do it. I see them doing it. I can do it. Talk to us about the journey. And people think it's easy. Just talk with us about your journey.
I think one of the difficult things about entering into the real estate world for individuals is they don't realize that they are self-employed. They feel like they're going to go and they're going to work with a brokerage, and that brokerage is responsible for doing this, and this.
Right.
And that is the furthest from the truth.
Right.
When you hang your license with your brokerage, the only thing they're responsible for is that license on the wall. Wow. They are not responsible for doing anything for you at all. If they do anything, that's icing on the cake, and it'll help you make your journey a little bit easier, but they're not responsible for anything. So I think people need to realize when they enter the world of real estate that they are self-employed. Right. They are responsible for getting their name out there. They're responsible for all their marketing. Anything that it takes to make people remember who you are, you're responsible to do that. Right. Because think about a brokerage. Most brokerages have a whole lot of people, and they can't just channel in on one individual and just try to nurture that individual to help them establish their name. Right. That is their responsibility. So I think a lot of people come in with that misconception that I'm gonna go work with this brokerage and they're gonna just do all these things for me, and that's not true.
Right.
So you have to go in, understand it, and realize that you're self-employed, and that your success is based on you.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
And how hard you work.
How hard you work, and you will work lots of hours, day and night, weekdays and weekends. Yes, at children baseball games, at children football games, at their basketball games, you're still working. You're working.
Right.
Yes, so if you're willing to sacrifice some of those things, then absolutely.
Right.
You more than likely will be successful. Right. But if you're one of those people say, well, I'm just gonna do it, Monday through Friday between 5 and 7. No, most people off days, that's our busiest time. those holidays. That's when we're working.
Right.
When everybody want to be at home with their family, that's when we're out working, showing properties, writing contracts, and doing all those things. So when you realize this on the front end, you can be more conscious of it going in and have a clear understanding of what you're getting into.
Right.
So that's what I would suggest. It's just know that you are about to be self-employed and be prepared to work and earn your keep.
Yes, because being an entrepreneur, you don't have nobody standing over your back saying, "Hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do that?"
And you can't wait on somebody to motivate you.
Yes.
There's some days where I get up and I'm just like, man, I don't feel like it. Especially when I first got licensed, because I was working so hard to make people understand who Meshia Edwards was, because it was a pool of so many people, and I was new on the scene.
Right.
So what's gonna make me any different from the next person?
Right.
So I had to get out there, and every day I would get up, I would go to the office. I don't care if I didn't have a client. I made a habit. Every day, 8 o'clock, I'm hitting it. I'm at that office.
Right.
If I didn't have any clients, which I didn't, I would go through the filing cabinet, go through files just to see how to write a contract and kind of educate myself while I'm waiting on my clients.
Yes.
While I was waiting on my clients, I was literally waiting on God to show up.
Yes, yes.
And he showed up. Let me tell you, my first year, I sold over $1 million in real estate. So that was amazing. I mean, that was unheard of at the time I came in. I came in 2007, and that's when the market crashed. I interviewed with one broker, and I always tell the story. That broker told me, "No, we're not going to hire you. You're not going to succeed. The market has crashed. You're not going to do well." And I use that as fuel.
Yes.
So I thank that individual.
Yes.
I tell that story everywhere I go, because that is my fuel. That helped me to get out there and make this happen.
Right.
So, I don't try to tell people that this is not what they're supposed to do. People know what's in them.
Yes.
On days that I don't feel like pushing forward, I turn on some motivational podcasts or listen to some ministry or listen to some music, just like whatever I need that day to give myself that upbeat. But you have to set a routine.
Yes.
And your routine should be every day to get up, go to that office, do something pressing, something that's pushing forward to help you get your name out there.
Right.
And one thing that I remember that one of my brokers told me, or marketing manager, or whatever his title was, he said, people eat cheese. And if you can create cheese, you'll stand out every time. Yeah. And so I grabbed a hold of that, and I tell that to my agents now. People eat cheese. If you come up with something cheesy, people will remember you. So I came up with this slogan, and it simply said, if there's a sign in the yard, I have the keys. Call me, Meshia Edwards, for your real estate needs.
Yes.
And everybody kind of caught on to it, and they kind of learned about the little hyphenated me or whatever, and it just
took off.
It took off. And so that's where me came from.
Right.
I needed a little cheese. I needed to stand out above, I needed to stand above other people. Right. I needed people to remember who I was.
Right.
And so they remember me. And that's who I am.
All right, me. That's beautiful.
So that is it.
Yes. Okay, you guys, we're going to take a short break. We will be right back with more Woman to Woman with Joanne.
During a public health crisis, it can be hard for those facing domestic abuse to know what to do. Being confined in the same space as an abuser can increase threats to safety, and leaving an abusive relationship during a crisis can be even more difficult than normal. You can help. Ask them how they want to connect and be creative. Be supportive and believe them. Help them think through how to stay safe. Following these tips, you can help victims of domestic violence stay safe during COVID-19.
Okay, you guys, we are back. I know y'all been anxiously waiting for us. And we're still here with the beautiful Miss Meshia "Me" Edwards. So Meshia, there came a time in your business when you had to reset. So why don't you talk with us about that?
Okay, so I told you earlier, once I had got into the business and been in it for 5 years, that I wanted to branch out on my own and do my own thing. And so that I did. I successfully opened Community First Real Estate, but it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. To open a brokerage and be the broker and be the agent, and all of these things, the office manager and all these things. So I immediately after I opened my brokerage, I did hire an assistant, wonderful assistant. She's still with me today.
Awesome.
But she's with me as a realtor.
Oh, awesome.
So she's still with me. And, I had some hard times because I feel like I was looking at some of the people that I built relationships with along the way. I felt like they should have been with me. I felt like they should have came with me, but they didn't. And I, I don't know if I would have gone with the individuals that was just opening a real estate firm after being in the business for 5 years or whatever. So, I don't frown upon that at all, but I did have some people that I had to work with me, but my brokerage just was not doing what I thought it should do. It wasn't producing what I thought it should have produced. I was producing, but the people that were in the company with me, they were not producing. And I just was kind of like, what am I doing wrong? And so I had a hard reset. I pulled the plug out the wall and I unfortunately had to tell everybody I needed them to remove their license and I needed them to find another brokerage. And so, that was not a popular decision, but I had to do what was best for me at that time. So I decided to run my brokerage solo for a couple of years to kind of regroup, get myself together, to see if I wanted to rebuild a team. And at that time, I was just burnt out, and I didn't. Because I wanted to be just responsible for me, tend to my clients, and just sell real estate. Well, fast forward maybe a year later, I was like, Lord, I really want a team. I came from brokerages where I felt like I had family and I want to have my own family. There's nothing like your own family. And so I said, but Lord, I only want those that you want to be a part of this with me.
Definitely.
I didn't say I wanted you to bring me the top producers.
That's right.
I said, Lord, bring me those that you want to take on this journey with me. And so he did just that. We are in 2021 and I'm sitting at 8 agents.
Awesome.
I've signed 3 additional.
Awesome.
Just waiting on some to pass their exam. And, I can honestly say right now I have a family of agents. We don't just do business. We enjoy one another's company. We talk off the record. It's like I enjoy each one of my agents individually as people, as family. We have business and we have personal. But we are together. We're Community First Real Estate. And they are producing. So we're developing not only a strong family, but a strong team.
That's beautiful.
And so, resetting is not always a bad thing. Especially when you sit back and you kind of look in there and you say, God, you turn this thing. You the one gave me the vision to open this brokerage. So I need you to take it and run it.
That's right.
And honey, he has taken it and he is running it. He made some adjustments within me because sometimes when we're looking at a situation, we're looking at the other people. But it's not always the other people that needs the adjustments. Sometimes it's us. What I've gone through before made me better. It made me a better broker. It fine-tuned those listening skills. I know how to make myself available. I know what an agent needs in a broker. And I am that. And I vowed to be that. So I had a reset, but I thank God for it. Because it made Meshia Edwards of Community First who she is today.
Yes. And a lot of times, you put those hands together for God, because God, I'm telling you, when we take our hands off of what we've asked God to do, because a lot of times God will be doing it, then it get good, and then we got to put our hands in it.
We want to do it.
And then God is like, all right.
You know what? And he sit back and he let you do it.
Do whatever you want to do.
You do exactly what you want to do. You want to run it, don't run it. And you're going to run yourself in the ground.
Into the ground. And then he'll say, all right, have you had enough? And you just whimper and say, yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can we do it again?
Right.
Can we start over?
Yes, let's try again, Lord. I give it to you. My hands are off.
Yes.
And then we watch him do what he does. And he does it so well.
He does
and
it
he
so well.
wants to do it. So when the glory comes, it has nothing to do with us.
And we can't take the credit for it.
You know? But it's all him.
Because I did it. And I had to reset. Shoot. I'm letting him do this thing.
Yes, because it's going to work out.
It's going to work out.
And it always works out.
And I'm just going to sit there and watch him do it.
Yes.
And I'm just sitting there watching him do it just like everybody else is sitting there watching him do it. It's a God thing. It really is.
Absolutely. So, Meshia, talk to any young woman, any young man who's interested in becoming a real estate agent or real estate broker. Just talk with them. What advice would you give them to even take the first step?
Basically, what I would tell them is to make up your mind, but don't be governed by finances.
Yeah.
Make up in your mind that you're wanting to go into the real estate industry and you're wanting to impact somebody.
Yes.
Because whether we know it or not, there is somebody out there waiting on your obedience.
Yes.
So if you are one of those people that you feel a tugging in your spirit that you need to be in real estate, this is something that you want to do, but you don't know why you want to do it. It's very easy to get into the business. You can contact, I'll tell them to just contact me and I'll tell them how to do it because I don't want to endorse anybody or any companies. But I will tell them what schools or whatever they need to call and inquire about the course and the requirements and everything and get the class schedules and get the process started from there.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, my friend, this has been lovely. Look, we almost forgot we were doing this interview.
I know, right? Look, I'm about to get, you know.
Y'all, Meshia is my friend, and we cannot get together without just laughing and talking and having a good time. But that is what friendship does.
It is. It's not one of those relationships where we pick up the phone and we talk all day and night, but it's definitely one of those where when we get together, there's a good time. There's a good time. Absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm just so proud of you. I am just so proud of you. And
friend.
like you say, we came from re-entry program.
Yes.
And I didn't know who that young lady was sitting at their front desk, but I said, you know what? She seems like a sweet young lady. And we became friends.
Yes.
And it just evolved from there. And I'm just so grateful for it.
Me too.
And God is doing great things in your life.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming and shining your light on our platform today. It has been absolutely wonderful.
Well, I appreciate you, Joanne.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Woman to woman with Joanne.
All right, you guys. I hope y'all are smiling and laughing as much as we are. I love getting together with my friend, and I love just sharing the light that God has for us to share. Meshia, tell them how they can reach you if they want to.
Okay, well, I can be reached at 601-956-6567, Community First Real Estate, or you can just Facebook friend me. I'm Meshia Edwards, and I'm on Instagram, me the Realtor.
All right. All right, y'all heard it here. So thank y'all so much for joining us for another episode of Woman to Woman with Joanne. I am just so excited and overjoyed by everything that God is doing through this platform. So y'all like this, share it with a friend, and we will see y'all next time. Love y'all much. Bye-bye. If you would like to be a guest on the show, or if you'd like to sponsor an episode, please reach out to us. You can email us at joanne@womantowomanwithjoanne.com.